Wonderful friend, delighted to welcome to the Penguin Entrepreneur and to this lesson dedicated to what is computer programming. What exactly is computer programming? Why should you get into this? Why should you learn about this subject? Why? What will do it for your life? Computer programming is one of the deepest and richest subjects you can study. But where does it come from? What are the origins of this beautiful genre, this beautiful news that has the power to transform our lives? We return to Africa, to the north of Africa, a place called Kemet, KMT. Very rich, very advanced civilization, the most advanced civilization in the history of the world, was invaded by the Greeks, who could not pronounce a name of a temple called Het Ka Ptah, the house of the spirit of Ptah. They said Aguptopus, and that's how it became Egypt. It's known as Egypt. But in this civilization, we find the invention of music, the invention of architecture, the invention of mathematics. There is a temple in Kemet dedicated to the Nesut, because it's not a pharaoh, it's the Nesut. It's called Nesut Biti. A Nesut called Yunus. There was a Merkut Sur, which is now called the pyramid. The original name is Merkut Sur. It's called the pyramid. And then this powerful man called Yunus, before he died, he asked the priests, the scribes, pay attention to this, the scribes, to write instructions. He asked scribes to use a language called Medu-Neter, the richest language in the world. It contains images and text. So images for the left brain, images for the right brain, yes, right, text for the left brain. So you use both sides of the brain. So the Medu-Neter, using a language called Medu-Neter, Yunus, the programmer, he asked a group of developers called as priests to create a language, instructions that will guide his soul to the afterlife. So we have a powerful man called Yunus. He asked them to build a temple and to write very clear instructions that will guide the soul to afterlife. Today you can Google this. It's called the pyramid text. The oldest religious writings, spiritual writings, the oldest, 10,000 years before the Bible. A group of priests, they left instructions, spells, very clear instructions that if you take, you will attain the afterlife. This is the first computer in the history of the world, the first sophisticated. It's a pyramid dedicated to King Yunus, and they gave his soul clear instructions on how to become an immortal, to join the ancestors. So we have a problem. A king, he wants to attain immortality, his soul. So a language was produced, text, instructions were given for this soul. This is computer programming. This is the original computer programming. It evolved to what we have today. So this is computer programming. Well, I still don't understand all these Kemetic or Egyptians or pyramid text. I'm still, tell me more. Okay, your friend is driving into your house. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. She's been driving for 2 days because she lives on the other side of the country. And she said, look, I'm 10 minutes away from your house. Can you please tell me how do I get there? Because I don't know. And you said, yes, please. I live close to a lake. To get there, you need to go straight for 10 minutes. And then after 10 minutes, turn left. And then after you turning left, there is a church. Go past the church and turn right. Behind the church, there is a river. And you will see a path that leads you into my house. Turn left, right, drive straight, 5 minutes. So you're giving instructions to your friend. Now, if the instructions are correct, your friend will reach the destination. If the instructions are wrong, your friend will go into the river and having a bath accident, and you don't want that. You don't want that. So computer programming is an art, is a science, is a spiritual experience, is a divine experience that is available for every single human being on the planet. And you should get into this because it's deep. If you are into this, it's an ocean. It's a beautiful journey. It's an ocean. Computer programming is an ocean. A programmer gives instructions to what? To who? To a computer. Because computer cannot understand the language of humans. So when King Yunus was about to die, he realized that the spirit doesn't speak the language of humans. So they create spells. These are instructions. Precise instructions, clear instructions, but they use the language, a specific language. So let's say you want to create an app. You need to use a language called Swift. You want to create websites, you can use Python. Or you can use PHP, that is all available in websites. You will create a search engine. You can create a Java, you can use Java. Java is a language that helps the computer to understand what the human being wants, because the human is one thing, the computer is another. They don't speak the same language. So computer programming is the art of giving clear instructions to a computer. We want to move an idea, something that is out of our mind, into the real world. How do we do it? We use the computer, we use a language. So programming is a spiritual experience. Programming is a divine experience. It has the power to change you, but not just you, your society, your generation, your family. It has the power to make you wealthy. It has the power to give you the opportunity, the bridge, the tools for you to realize your dreams. So I'm not here to teach you computer programming. I'm here to teach you entrepreneurship. Then you can use computer programming to become a successful entrepreneur. There are two different fields. But for you to get into this, you need an opener of the ways. You need a mentor, you need a teacher. You can go straight and start to learn how to code and start to create apps. But you need the fundamentals. You need the essentials. Well, I want to cook food. Why should you eat? What's the impact of the food you're going to have? What's the benefits? You need to know the fundamentals before you jump into an ocean. Because you can jump like many people do. You can spend the next years of your life just make one mistake after another. So computer programming is a divine experience, is a spiritual experience, is an essential experience that has the power to transform you. But it's a universal experience. It doesn't belong to some people. So the people of Kemet, they created the pyramids. If you go to Sumer, if you go to South America of the Incas, if you go to India, you find Buddha. If you go to China, you find Confucius. You find people. If you go to Greece, you find Plato. You find the programmers who wrote clear instructions. Now, philosophy is not very clear, but these guys were programmers, were giving human beings instructions on how to accomplish a specific goal. Now, the human being living in the 21st century can give instructions to a computer on how to design a website, create an app, and in the process, make absurd amounts of money, bizarre amounts of money. So computer programming is something that you need to get into because it's the power to transform you deeply. It's a beautiful subject. It's a deep subject that you cannot resist. So let's get deep into computer programming. Let's start to learn about this beautiful subject and learn the language. So in Kemet they have the Meduna chair. At Apple they have Swift. You have Python that comes from Holland. You have PHP. You have Java. These are languages. The number of languages is almost endless. Every year there's a new language being introduced because it's a universal experience. People want to get into this. They want to make a contribution to this development. So you have to become a developer. But the first thing that you need to do before we can decide whether you want to create an app, a website, or software engineer, you need to decide what problem do you have and what problem do you want to solve. Is finance? Okay, let's go into create apps. Let's go and create websites. But that app, that website will solve a specific problem for somebody else, not for you. It could be for you, but also mostly you're thinking about somebody else because that's how you become wealthy. Computer programming is a beautiful experience and I'm delighted to introduce it to you. Thank you for your time. Subscribe to our channel, ask questions, continue to learn. This is a deep, beautiful, essential subject. Let's get into this.